When God began the renovation work that He did in my life, and I call it a renovation for a specific reason, because I went from just attacking the surface issues, the symptoms of my life, and I allowed God to begin to do a real deeper heart work, getting to the heart of the issues that I face. I was trying to deal with all these thoughts that I battled, right? And when I'd wrestle this one, another one would come through. When I'd try to rationalize that one or argue with this one or deal with that one or try to chase this one, I just found myself really frustrated until I got to the root system of this whole thing was more about my heart than it was about trying to fix my brain. And see, many of the thoughts you battle in your life are rooted in broken places, where your heart is broken. And people say, well, what's brokenness? How do you even define brokenness? Well, brokenness, by a simple definition, is really any place in your heart where God's love and His nature haven't had an impact yet. You see, wherever God is not present, brokenness resides. We need Him. We were designed to be in fellowship with Him, and any places there seems to be a disconnect is where brokenness is going to infiltrate. And so I began to learn in my life so many places of toxic thinking where the enemy seeks to steal, kill, and destroy are those broken areas that God's nature needs to begin to impact at a deeper level. Now relax, it's okay, because we all have brokenness in our lives. We're all on a journey, and we all have areas where God's nature needs to have a deeper impact. And so when I raised my hand and said, okay, God, I'll bend the knee, raise my hand, I humble myself, I want to let you do the heart work that you need to do in my life. It began to accelerate and make my journey so much more of an adventure, because I realized this is what the enemy's after. He's after me being able to connect to the love and grace of God. When Jesus said, I've come that you might have life, what's that about? What does life look like? It's life-giving relationship, because God is a God of relationship. So what's the thief? What's the enemy stealing, killing, and destroying? You connecting to life-giving relationship. Oh yes, you might give your life to Christ and surrender your heart to God, but then He'll teach you to spend your whole life in performance mode and following all the rules and regulations, but never feeling connected to God, right? Disconnecting you from love and grace. Because if you want to understand God, you're going to need to understand relationship. And His love and His grace are what connect you to relationship. Love is who God is. The Bible says God is love. Grace is how He delivers it. You can't earn it. You can't strive for it. You can't perform for it. You can't muster up a bunch of things to do to then make you feel better. You can't serve thousands of people and then arrive to it. No, His love must be received right where you are, right now. But there's a lot of brokenness that kicks up, right? And how we see ourselves, how we see the world, how we see our history, how we see God, that need to be dealt with, because brokenness cultivates broken thinking. And when I allowed God to do that renovation, I use the word renovation because it's not just patching the holes, it's allowing God to do the gut work, allowing Him to go to the foundation. Because the reality is you and I were meant to be loved. And our broken thinking comes out of areas where love has been compromised, it's been damaged, or it's been distorted. There's empty places that God's nature and love need to invade. When that happens, it's like changing your glasses. It's like putting on a new lens by which you see everything. It dynamically revolutionizes and changes your thinking in so many ways. But I see so many believers out there trying to change their thinking. They're trying to renew the mind, but they're ignoring dealing with brokenness. And so what happens is like you're trying to change gears in a car, but the clutch is stuck. And so you just get noises and you think the thing is I need to try harder. No, you can't try harder. Love is something that must be freely received. And so much of your resistance that you face in life is just keeping you from love and from grace. Because when you understand love from the Father and understanding who He is as a Father to you and what Jesus paid for, then you begin to know who you are. And you begin to rest in relationship. When you understand grace, there's no pressure, there's no performance, there's no perfectionism. So see right here, this bowling ball of just love and grace smashes so many of the enemy's devices simply because we're broken people that haven't understood the fullness of who God is in His love. So for many of the thoughts you battle, what you need is you need a love experience. So I encourage you, open your heart, position your heart to learn what love is and learn who God is as a loving Father. You see, the grace of God presents to us a work that Christ did for us that now you just need to learn to receive. It sounds too good to be true, but it's why we struggle so much in our thoughts is we don't know how to receive this great love. Well, would you open your heart? Because this is a heart thing. This isn't just let me fix my brain. Jesus didn't come to heal the broken-headed. He came to heal the broken heart. And today would be a great day to recognize, God, I've got some brokenness. Would you just, in this humble posture, meet me where I'm at and walk with me? Because you know what? It'll dynamically change your life. Just that one decision to open yourself up, because it'll invite others around you to follow the same journey, to let go of their guards, to let go of all the things that we try to do to hold up our life, and just let God do the heart healing work He wants to do. I encourage you to jump in and be a part of the adventure that awaits you and experience that new level of transformation.